tusimame pamoja kulinda uhuru na umoja wetu. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote tuimbe pamoja, kuenzi shikamano hatima yetu. Tujitoe wenyewe kupambana pamoja, uhuru na umoja vitawale. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima. Tuungane sote na tujibidishe kutoa kilicho bora kwa Afrika, chimbuko la wanadamu, chemchemi ya utamaduni, tumaini letu wakati wa mafarakano. Enyi Bwana na binti wa Afrika, mwili wa jua, mwili wa anga, tuifanye Afrika mti wa uzima.
It is Human TV Africa. You are watching us live here at Human TV Africa. My name is Katom Kasta. In the studio is our colleague Brian Kabeko, right in Kenya. And today we are handling human rights. Remember, this is Human Rights Show, and of course, this is Human TV Africa, where we want to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel. Our channel is Humans TV Africa. Please remember to subscribe because numbers don't matter when we are dealing with the public. Remember, we are a registered non-government organization, registered to work in the media industry. We are a television station, but working globally. We have offices in Uganda, Kenya, studios in Zambia, Zimbabwe, studios in Ghana, Nigeria, and of course studios in Sierra Leone, USA, and UK, and we keep on growing. You may want to join us, or advise us, or be a panelist, be a guest. That is the email. The email is info@humanstvafrica.com, and that is our WhatsApp number. Our WhatsApp number and email are strictly handled by our communication officer. Will be able to respond to you and therefore be able to work with us. We are growing, registered to work in the media industry, but working as a charity organization. We may be first among the many, first of our kind, to be able to serve the public as a media company, but serving as a charity. We don't charge you to feature on our shows. Now, having said that, today we are handling a very important issue, and that is human rights. Basically, we are looking at the right of asylum seekers, refugees, migrants, name them. Now, the right to asylum seeking is a globally recognized right. It's an international right. People seek protection because of different reasons. People leave their countries because of different reasons. Sometimes the economic reasons where people leave their countries. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm talking about a situation where someone's life is in danger and therefore they have to leave their countries, or they die, or they end up in prison. One way or another, it is always about safety, about keeping these people alive. about securing their safety, about saving them from harm, from danger. Now they seek asylum in different countries. Sometimes people think that actually people seek asylum only in Europe or US. That is wrong. I'm here to tell you that actually my country, Uganda, has more refugees, have more asylum seekers than countries in Europe. My country, Uganda, has more asylum seekers than countries in the Americas. In Uganda, as I speak, we have over 1,500,000 refugee seekers in Uganda. So if you think asylum seekers go to Europe alone, you are mistaken. Africa has so many asylum seekers within Africa. As a lawyer who has been working in Uganda, I've handled several asylum seeker cases in Uganda. People running away from Middle East and coming to Uganda. People running away from North Africa and coming to Uganda. And I've been handling these cases right in Uganda, helping them to find a safe haven. Because you're running from danger, someone wants to kill you, and you want to look for a place where you are not known, where no one is likely to hurt you. I've handled cases personally as a lawyer in Uganda, cases from Jordan, cases from Syria, cases from Iran, cases from Egypt, Burundi, Rwanda. I've handled these cases when I was in Uganda. So asylum seeking is not about people going to Europe. People are mistaken because of their kind of biases. Oh, they run to Europe. No. People come from Middle East, running away and coming to Africa. And I've been handling such cases. So asylum seeking is not about Europe as people think, that everyone actually runs to Europe or to the Americas. No. Sometimes people even have no access to go there. And they look for a country in Africa to go and seek refuge there. As I speak today, our organization, Humanitarian TV Africa, is sponsoring asylum seekers in Kakuma. Kakuma is in Tanzania, in Kenya. And we are helping them to survive there. As I speak today, Humanitarian TV Africa is sponsoring, is supporting asylum seekers in Zambia. These are not in the West. They are not in Europe. They are not in the Americas. They are right in Africa. So the issue of seeking asylum should be sanitized, and we remove the biases for people to think that everyone who seeks asylum actually goes to Europe. It's wrong. People go to Africa seeking asylum because that's how they can be able to be served. Not everyone actually goes to Europe. Today, what is actually so much on people's attention is the issue of asylum seekers in Europe, particularly in the UK, where we have a bill or a law that the UK government wants to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda. Some of us, as human rights defenders, have been saying that this is wrong because Rwanda is worse off in terms of treating refugees than any other country. And on record, many people are running away from Rwanda because of the torture, because of the persecution that the regime there offers them. Diana Rwigara, the opposition leader in Rwanda, was tortured and imprisoned to the extent of losing her life. As I speak right now, we have just rescued a person, a humanist, who had been locked in Rwanda since 2019. And this is the first time I'm speaking it on camera here. Even my team members haven't known because I've worked with only one person. We have rescued a humanist who was persecuted, locked in Rwanda since 2019, and was denied the chance, the liberty to leave Rwanda. His identity card was taken, his passport was taken, he was imprisoned, he was forced to run away for his life. But still, he couldn't leave the country. We just used all our other means after years of struggling to get him out of Rwanda. As I speak today, he is in a much safer place than Rwanda. So when you talk about taking people to Rwanda, what I know, Rwanda is persecuting humanists. Rwanda is persecuting politicians that actually are critical of Kagame. I say no. Taking people to Rwanda is not the best option. I know that the UK has problems of people that come with the boats. Thousands of people coming with the boats, hundreds of them sometimes in a day. That is absurd. And I agree with the government of UK that actually the numbers are overwhelming. It is sad. But I don't think that sending them to Rwanda is the solution. And if this country has freedom of speech, I want to exercise that freedom of speech right now. That the UK government will be doing a mistake to send asylum seekers to Rwanda, because Rwanda is worse. They'll be persecuted in Rwanda in many ways that you cannot even imagine. In fact, Rwanda is homophobic, even when they pretend as politicians. But down there, Rwandese politicians are homophobic. They're intolerant to criticism. So how do you have a bill that you want to take people back to Rwanda? So we have organized a series of videos and pictorial to show you how big this problem is. My producer is going to be able to run some of these videos and we show you how big this problem is in the world. Let us have a look at these videos. The topic is asylum seeking and how it is affecting us. Now, these are people who are from Rwanda and have been giving their testimonies in the UK. Here, this one says that I had to flee torture. The constant threat of being deported to Rwanda has brought shockwaves to my mind and body. That is a Rwandese seeking refugee in the UK. Let us have a look at other images, please. The ins and outs of 2024. Out, the hostile environment, scapegoating of refugees, hateful and divisive language, trying to abandon human rights law. We think that should be out of our system, of the systems that take care of refugees. Let us have a look at more others, please, and much faster. In, we are saying, welcoming refugees and torture survivors, compassion, joining the fight for a fair asylum system, people power, safe routes of people seeking safety. This is the in you want for this year. Let us welcome people. Let us create a safe passage for them. Now, send them to your support. Send them your support instead of sending them to Rwanda. We have been saying, please, give them support. These people need support. There's a reason why they run away from these countries. And the government is taking the wrong turn. The government is taking the wrong turn on this issue. So our asylum system is cruel by design. Therefore, it must be redesigned. These are people of the UK speaking these words, and I'm just reporting what their website is saying. There is no justification for torture, not in retaliation, not in war, not in any circumstances. It means we must protect people seeking asylum. Let us have a look at more of these slides and much faster, please. A reminder for this government, people have always moved and they always will. It is time to respond with kindness, not hostility. By the way, all of us are refugees if you don't know. All of us are asylum seekers. All of us are settlers if you don't know. Even where you are today, there was someone there before. All of us kept on moving from one place to another. So don't think that you are the owner of that place because you have been there. This shows you also moved there. For example, people in the USA today were all settlers, save for the natives. So when I fed torture, the UK granted me sanctuary. I'm deeply concerned. The government is trying to send people like me away, denying them safety. This is a person who was given asylum in the UK and is from Rwanda. He's still saying, don't send my colleagues back to Rwanda. I feel depressed and worried about their plan to send the people to Rwanda, and I hope all MPs vote against it. It is inhuman to get people and send them to Rwanda, because Rwanda is worse. I've told you, Rwanda is not safe for people seeking asylum to be taken there. Let us have a look at other episodes. When you are fleeing for your life, you don't care about government policies, and that's true. When you're fleeing for your life, you don't care about government policies. 80% of people in Britain want an asylum system that is well managed, fair, and compassionate. That is true, according to research. That is true. Now, give me 2 minutes right here. As I explain this, I'm going to explain the law. The Human Rights Act law, the Human Rights Act, Article 14, requires rights and freedoms that are set in that act to be respected. Some of the rights in the freedom of, I'm talking about Human Rights Act. It gives people freedom to seek asylum and freedom for protection. Article 14 says do not discriminate people who are seeking asylum. Article 9 of the Human Rights Act talks about freedom of thought, belief, and religion. These people are running away because of their thoughts, their belief, their religion. Welcome them. That is the Human Rights Act the UK government should think about, and of course, global government should think about. Now, how about Article 9 of the Human Rights Act? How about Article 11? How about Article 17? I'm sending everyone watching this show to look for these acts, Human Rights Act, and look for Article 14, Article 9, Article 11, Article 12, 13, and 17. They all talk about liberties that should be protected when people seek asylum. Now, what we have here today is discrimination. Discrimination, and sometimes brazenly racism in this system right here. Let's look at other images, Brian. Other images, if they can be there. Now, this law, if passed, this bill will create a legal fiction that Rwanda is safe, a safe country for refugees, and disapply key human rights legislation. Of course, people have been decampaigning the bill that is aimed at sending people to Rwanda, because it will mean Rwanda is safe when Rwanda is not. I've just given an example that just 2 weeks ago, we saved a humanist who had been imprisoned in Rwanda since 2018. I have the person, I have the name, I have the evidence that the government of Rwanda has been persecuting this person since 2018. They took away his passport, they took away his national ID, and we just rescued him after years of torture. Now, you want to send these people to Rwanda? That is the wrong decision. So, UNHCR, these are your responsibilities to fight against this bill that is intended to take people to Rwanda, because Rwanda is not safe. Let us look at other images if they are there. Brian. And of course, there have been appeals to Rishonak and the others to please consider changing your views about sending asylum seekers to Rwanda. The argument has been that they come through boats, they come using boats, therefore they are illegal immigrants because they come over the waters, they have no documents. I've heard all these arguments. But that be the case, still these people have a right to seek asylum in the UK. They have a right to seek asylum elsewhere whenever they think they are going to be safe. That is my conclusion on this, and that is my appeal on this, that people are people, refugees should be welcome. My country, Uganda, even when it is one of the mustering countries in terms of leadership, still welcomes refugees. Uganda has over 1 million, almost 2 million refugees. And Uganda is a small country, and Uganda is not so much cash-wise rich, but Uganda is welcoming people. Why not Britain? Why not USA? Why not France? Why not France? Why not Germany? Why are these countries discriminating against people seeking asylum in these countries? Yet other countries that are struggling actually are taking on asylum seekers. I know that the UK is having so many numbers of people seeking asylum in the UK, especially they call them illegal immigrants. But to me, as a lawyer, as a human rights defender, I think no one should be illegal. Even when they come to the UK without documentations, they come through waters, they are still human beings. They are still running away from danger. You cannot say they are illegal immigrants because they have no documentation, they have no passport, they have no documents. They are using illegal means to come, yes. None of them are going to be lucky to have a passport to board a plane, but still they remain human beings. So this show is intended to tell everyone concerned in the UK and in the world that people are people. All of us are immigrants. All of us are settlers. The country in which I come from has the highest number of refugees. It's a struggling country, but my country is welcoming refugees. We give them land, we allow them jobs, they are in our schools, they become part of us because of the philosophy of Pan-Africanism. So why is the UK discriminating people seeking asylum in the UK? Why is this government so discriminative when it comes to people seeking asylum? And they give so many excuses. Why can't they fix this issue right from France? Because they come from there and cross over on waters. Why wait for them to reach here and then you lock them out? Yes, the numbers are overwhelming, but can't we get solutions to fix the challenge before it reaches here? Because international law says that once they reach in your territory, they are your responsibility. That's international law. Once they reach on your land, they are your own responsibility. There's no way you can send them to Rwanda. Rwanda is not safe. I've just told you that a fellow humanist leader, the leader of the Rwanda Humanist Association, was tortured because of us going to Rwanda and organizing a conference in 2015. This is on record. Now I'm telling you. We went to Rwanda. I was the chairperson of the Humanists in Africa. We went to Rwanda, organized a conference which involved gay rights, and I was the main speaker. And we had people all over East African region. It was a big conference. After that conference, our chairperson in Rwanda was attacked. He never got peace. He was later on sacked from his job. His passport was taken. His national ID was taken. He kept on the run. And he got missing since 2018 until recently when I recovered him. And we helped him to escape from Rwanda. He's now in a better environment compared to Rwanda. Rwanda has tortured him since 2015 when we organized the conference in Rwanda. And I was in Rwanda. And we put him in trouble because we talked about human rights. When I was in Rwanda, I did criticize a few things that were not going on well. And Rwanda has informers everywhere. The government of Rwanda has informers everywhere. So our colleagues were put in trouble. And the leader was persecuted. For years, he has been on the run. No passport, no national ID, no job. Now you want to tell me that Rwanda is a safe country? I say no. Rwanda is not safe. The right to asylum should be globally respected. People run away because of different reasons, but especially when their life is in danger, they deserve protection. Thank you so much for this show. This is episode 1. We shall be back with episode 2 on the same issue of asylum seeking as a global right. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to Human CV Africa and watch these and more shows. See you in the next one.
Corre, corre. ¿Qué es eso, tío? Quillo, vente para acá con el niño, tío. Corre, corre, Quillo, de verdad que es que yo lloro, ¿eh? Ya que me muero.
As you can see, These asylum
¿El
seekers
qué? Pues llámate
running
también.
away, having arrived on what they think is a free land. This is a courtesy video from Al Jazeera. Courtesy video. Let us have a look at what's happening globally. People seeking asylum and end up dying on the way. The boat capsized. And when they reach wherever they are going, many of them are dead.
ابني من المفقودين بس طلع لنا ما بنعرف عنه مصيره شيء منهم. عرفت علي؟ بدنا الواحد يروح لما ما في امكانيه لحتى الواحد يروح على سوريا كمان نتعرف على العلم اللي جابوه على المستشفيات.
على جبينهم ما بيعوزوا حدا، ولكن وصلوا لمرحله مثل اي واحد بلبنان. يعني هو ما راح يعمل نزهه برا، ما راح يكذب، ما راح يعمل ويكند، رايح حلمه انه يحطوا.
You can see how hard it is to seek asylum. People crossing from the Middle East, people crossing from Arabic countries, and of course end up dying on the way. Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, and other countries are full of instabilities that people are seeking asylum here and there. People are desperate to run away.
ما عم بقلب لحمنا قاعدين عم الله ارحم من هالعباد. لا خلي السمك يكون احسن من هالعيشه صراحه. ما عم بقلوا فينا هون الكبريه والمرجعيه.
I've been at the port of Merak today, where a large group of asylum seekers has been delivered back to Indonesia after having floated, some of them for up to 48 hours in the ocean as they watched their compatriots and country people die around them. One young man very emotionally spoke about watching his sister die as she floated in the water with him.
My sister, she was 25 years old. I was about to help her inside the water without any facility. How could it help her? She told me that kill yourself, let's go to Galaxy. I was like, no. I was like, no, please don't go. And she filled that water, she's gone out.
On the whole, they were young. The youngest was 10 years old. There was a boy of 10. He said nothing to reporters. Some of them quite badly wounded or at least exhausted and dehydrated. A couple of them have been taken away in ambulances. Others we saw lying on the deck, covering their heads and looking pretty listless. Even the ones who were animated and speaking to us were obviously not only emotionally distressed but physically distressed as well.
Like 3 days we were in a boat. After 3 days the boats are gone. Like 4 days already we were in the water inside, like just without boat, without life jacket, without like everything.
Passing me now is the bus carrying a large number of asylum seekers away. Others have gone in an ambulance. It seems to me that they will be treated okay. They're about to be taken to a hotel and where they'll be processed for immigration. We can't confirm what's going to happen next, but in the past, in these incidents, they've been taken off to immigration detention. That's something the people on this boat are desperately keen to avoid. They've spoken to friends who've been in Indonesian detention in the past, and they say it's not where they want to be. They want to be in Australia.
Okay, how are we going to survive in this situation? See? Oh God.
These asylum seekers we support in Zambia and look at the situation in which they are. That's how the government of Zambia is treating them. These asylum seekers are gay people running away from Uganda's anti-gay law. And right now in Zambia, but they are living in another hell of a country. Their situations are dire. They have no place that they can put down their belongings. You can see how messy this area is, where they're supposed to be doing their cooking. You can see how challenging the tents are. No electricity, no running water, no mosquito nets. And these are tents provided by UNHCR. We are supporting these people in this camp because they have no food. You can imagine, you put people in a camp and you give them no food, you give them no electricity, you give them no running water, and you expect them to survive because you have given them about 30,000, about 30 pounds, which must last for a month. And sometimes this 30 pounds doesn't come until 4 months. Now, these are Ugandans seeking asylum in Zambia. They are gay people. They are being witch hunted right from Uganda, but also witch hunted in Zambia. Humanity TV Africa is supporting these refugees with a few items, including food. But mark you, they're supposed to be catered for by the government of Zambia and by the UNHCR. But trust me, both the government of Zambia and UN has failed asylum seekers in Africa. So the challenge is not only in Europe. The challenge is still in Africa. People move within Africa, but still can't be supported. Join us at Humanity TV Africa as we look for ways to support asylum seekers globally. It starts with us. It starts with you doing something to protect the rights of others in danger. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for subscribing, and please keep on subscribing. This is Humanity TV Africa. Subscribe. Our handle is Humanity TV Africa. Subscribe and be able to see these and more videos. See you in the next one.